Be prepared to lift and shift. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and I'm a fan of the PACE planning method for Space A travel. PACE stands for Primary, Alternate, Contingency, and Emergency Plans, and it's a mindset for military members who find themselves trapped behind enemy lines. You create multiple plans to deal with the inevitable setbacks and adjustments that you've got to make. When it comes to Space A travel, I build my alternate plan around the different passenger terminals I might have to use on my departure and on my return. Most passenger terminals have a routine flight schedule going to a small set of other passenger terminals. For instance, the Norfolk station might fly to Naples every 2 weeks, or Travis might fly to Hickam once a week. What that means is that if you don't get the flight that you check in for, and you only signed up for one passenger terminal, you might find yourself sitting around for weeks. Maybe that's okay for you, but when I'm on leave to travel overseas, my wife wants a flight, and she is willing to change our plans to get it. One of the ways you can do this is by signing up for multiple passenger terminals that are within driving distance of each other. Since I live in DC, I often sign up for McGuire, Dover, BWI, Andrews, Norfolk, and there have been plenty of times where I started at BWI, didn't get a flight, went to Dover, didn't get a flight, ended up at McGuire, and then got a flight out. Now, a lot of times what that means is modifying the passenger terminal I'm going to arrive at. BWI might fly to Ramstein, Dover might fly to Mendenhall, and McGuire might be flying to Sigonella. Now, obviously, this level of flexibility means that you've got to be looking at information for multiple passenger terminals. And I can understand if you don't really want to do that. But when you're returning, you might have to use multiple passenger terminals. So it's not a bad idea to rehearse it on your departure. And this brings me to the most important point about planning your travel. You want to sign up for every single passenger terminal that you might possibly use. And you want to sign up for all of these passenger terminals as soon as you can. I mean, my wife sends the email like 3 minutes after midnight on the day I start leave. And that includes the passenger terminals that are going to provide the return flight. Remember, the longer you're signed up, the higher you are in priority for getting a seat. Ready for the next part of making your Space A travel a success? Watch this video on how to build a contingency plan.